from Talent Dance TV.
That's correct. Yeah, Talent Dance TV.
It's really good to have you here today.
Thank you for inviting me on the show.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so what is Talent Dance TV?
Okay, so Talent Dance TV basically is my vision where I thought I would get to know dancers and get in contact with dancers, and I invite them on to interview them and to share their story, because each dancer has a story. They're all unique, they're all different, they all do different styles. So I thought, what better way than to get them on the show, because I haven't seen a show which concentrated on interviewing dancers. I just thought, you know, because I haven't really seen a show interviewing dancers and getting their story out there. So I thought, I'll make the show that I want to see. So I thought I'll create the show where I will interview the dancers, video them dancing, get them to show their talent, post it on the internet for everyone to see. And yeah, so that's mainly about what Talent Dance TV does.
Brilliant.
We also want to expand into doing tutorial shows. What else do we want to do? Covering events, just cypher videos. If you don't know what a cypher is, that's where different dancers dance at the same time around each other in a circle.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's basically the main thing about Talent Dance TV.
Okay, so in a way, it wasn't there, so you went out and you created it, a bit like we created Moving On TV.
That's correct.
Okay, so how long has it been going? When did you start?
Okay, so officially, Talent Dance TV has started officially 2015, but I was on YouTube doing other stuff before that. I've had the idea for a long time. It's just that because I was doing my studies and other commitments, that I couldn't dedicate my life to doing the show like that period of time. But since I finished university, got that all out of the way, it was time to build up the show. So yeah, so officially 2015, had the idea for like since about 2000 and maybe 8 or 9, something like that. But yeah, pretty much a long time. I remember working at the care home, having this idea in my mind.
Okay, so let me stop you there. Okay, so before you did this, are you doing this now as your main job, or is this, how would you see it, as a hobby or a vocation?
I wish it was my main job at the moment.
Okay.
No,
so
I'm working to try and build it towards to make it was my main job.
Okay.
Currently I work part-time, and the other time I do this stuff filming, so hopefully this is going to take over soon and I can just live full-time on this. That would be my dream goal and my aspiration to be. But unfortunately, no, I'm not living off this.
Not yet. Okay. So are you a dancer?
I am indeed. I am a dancer.
What sort of dancing do you do?
So I did, I would call hip-hop freestyle. Okay, so I can't choreograph. My mate, as a dancer, I would just go with the music, freestyle. Do you know what freestyle is?
Yes.
Okay, so freestyle.
Are we going to be able to see this on the internet? Because I want to put a clip. Well, here is a clip of Stuart dancing. There you go. Let's watch it, and then we'll come back in part 2. Thank
You're always on my mind, circling round my brain. It happens all the time. I close my eyes and a vision will appear. Wish that you were next to me, but you're no longer here. Wish we were together, not all alone.
Welcome back to Moving On Talent. And again, I have Stuart Thomas here from High Wycombe. Were you born in High Wycombe, or were you born somewhere else?
I was born in High Wycombe.
Right, so how old are you, Stuart?
Currently 26.
Currently?
Yeah, currently 26.
Okay.
1990 old.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Stuart runs Talent Dance TV, and he's here to tell us more about what Talent Dance TV is, how it started, and what you actually do there. So again, tell us a little bit, because I want to show a little bit about what you're doing. So for example, you describe a scene to me that you're going to show me, that I can show the viewers from your TV station. So basically what you're going to see now is an interview that Stuart has done with one of his dancers, because is that how you run Talent Dance TV, you interview your dancers first, is that right?
Yeah, so we get them on, we interview them, and then usually after that, that's when we film them dancing.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
yeah, the interviews last around about 10 minutes with the dancers.
Okay, so from the clip that we're going to see, can you tell me when that was done? What year or how long ago?
Okay, so the right now is with a dancer. He's a popper. Okay, so
Popper.
a
Would
popper
you like
from
to
Bristol.
explain to me what a popper is?
Okay, so
'Cause-
all right, so popping is a dance style which isolates a lot of the muscles, and how do I describe it? Yeah, so it's a lot of muscle isolation to beat. So you know when you see people doing stuff like bam, bam. That stuff. That's popping.
That's called popping.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the interview you're going to see right now is with a popper called Jester from Bristol.
Oh, okay. Right. We're about to see an interview now with this dancer. His name is Jester. Is that right?
Yeah, Jester.
And he's from where?
He's from Bristol.
From Bristol.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So let's watch that, and then.
Love, come down. Girl, you make my love come down. Talent Dance TV, we are out here today in Bristol. That's right, yes, we are out here in Bristol because I am dedicated to my interviews, so I was willing to travel down here. Anyway, we came to meet this geezer right here. This guy, alright, he is a dancer who's performed at such shows like Breaking Convention and Just the Boo. He's also worked with brand names like JD Sports and Pepsi. And he's also taking classes with Mr. Wiggles. So let's find out who he is and where he is coming from today. So Mr. Dancer, who's done all that wonderful, amazing stuff, what is your name and where are you coming from?
My name's The Jester, and I'm originally from Slough, but moved to Bristol. So.
Jester, originally from Slough, and now is in Bristol. Let's start this interview off. Let's go. Alright, so Jester, you trained in a variety of styles, including ballet, jazz, and tap. But the styles you chose to identify with and put your full focus on was popping. So what is it about popping with hip hop which you identify with the most?
The culture.
So wow, that was really, really interesting to watch. So let me get this again. So you travel all the way to Bristol, is that right?
For that one I did.
You actually travelled all the way there.
Yeah.
And filmed Jester.
Yeah.
How did you find him? Where did you find him?
I actually found him because I was doing a Princess Trust business, and a guy in the course, because I told him what I'm doing, so he was like, do you know this guy? I was like, no, I don't. So he gave me the contact and I checked him out, and I messaged him, and Jester was like, I really like what you're doing, let's collaborate. So yeah, but Jester took a really long time actually to get onto the show due to various reasons, but eventually he managed to get on, and then we booked it. So me and my assistant, we travelled down to Bristol.
Wow, so you travel all over the place.
If I can
dancers.
yes, if I can get to you, I'll get to you. Obviously, some.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Because I think if you're worth it, and you know, if you're a good dancer, and if your story is interesting, then you deserve to be on my show.
Fantastic.
Yeah, money's no issue. Well, money is an issue if I can't afford to get there, but once I can afford to get there, I'll get there.
That's fantastic. So in a way, you're doing very similar to what Moving On TV is. You're finding the unique talent out there that is not being given enough opportunity to express itself, and you're giving them the opportunity to do that on your show. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that is correct.
Fabulous.
You know, so people who might not have the chance to say something, hopefully this gives them a voice to say something and share their talent and uniqueness to the world.
Fantastic. So what other ways do you use to get your talent? Do you advertise on specific websites, or is it word of mouth? How else do you get them?
A lot of word of mouth. A lot of word of mouth. Social media is a wonderful thing. Social media can be either bad or good. You know, I choose to use it for good. So social media is your friend. It's free. It's easy. You know, you can check a lot of groups or people out on there who might be interested in what you're doing, and you might be interested in what they're doing. So also, you can go to events to meet people, and even randomly it happens. Even you could be walking down the street, random conversation happens at the bus stop, and then you find out you two are doing something, and you might want to collaborate. So never miss a business opportunity. It can always happen anyway. Yeah, this stuff. So
taking you back a bit further now, where did it all come from? I mean, you were working as a care assistant, is that right? that what you
That-
were doing?
well,
the kind of work you were doing?
When I first had that was a job a long time ago, but that was
Okay.
like, the first time I had it.
So
I've since left then, and I'm, you know.
right, okay. So where does this passion, as I say, I'm very interested in knowing, where do you get this passion to do something so exciting and inspiring? Do you remember the moment, or do you remember that aha thing? You know, we said, I really know what I want to do now. Do you remember where that came from?
Well, the aha when I really want to do, I suppose, came from when I started the show and more people started to get into contact with me. I know I wanted to do it before that, but that one moment where I was like, you know, I want to dedicate my life to doing this, was just at the beginning when I first started interviewing, and then when eventually people started to take notice and say, well done, that's when that eureka moment happened for me. What was the other point you wanted me to say?
That was basically what I wanted
Yeah.
in my life. And where you're going out there to create loads and loads of chances for other people that are talented as well as you. So, so what else have you got planned then? What other ideas are you coming up with? Do you also do live shows, or is it just what you put onto your station? You just film it and put it on, or do you intend to go out there with audiences and proper theatrical shows?
I would love to throw an event or a jam. A jam is
Yeah, I know
basically-
what a jam.
Okay, cool.
I know when musicians get together, so I presume
Yeah.
that's when lots of dancers just
Yeah,
improvise.
for those who don't know, jam, when a lot of dancers get together
And improvise.
and throw down, yeah.
Yeah.
So I would love to start hosting events and jams in the future. Also documentaries I'd like to go into making
Tell me
for the
about
channel.
that a little bit.
Documentaries, well, you know, go to other countries or different communities within regards to dance and that, and yeah, just start filming and documenting whatever's interesting out there. Also with more musicians, I have actually worked with some musicians, but I'm going to build up a new show, interviews with musicians, and that's
What type of musicians are you?
will be all types. Again,
Right.
all types of dancers, all types of musicians.
Fantastic.
So anything else I could say? What else? As I said earlier, tutorials. I also want to do a street battle show, so get two dancers together, have a crowd around us, and the dancers will go have a battle. I also want to do that. Anything else I can think of that I want? And just expand the brand name, get it out there, become the UK's #1 dance channel, and everyone knowing the name. So that's pretty much it, I think.
Sounds wonderful. Well, hopefully we can help you.
Thank you.
Can help you because
I hope so too.
and we're hoping that we can do something together as well, because you know, like maybe get a musical together and different types of choreography, because I love watching dance. I'm not a dancer, I'm a singer, so
You sure?
I can't compete. Well, definitely not, you know, since I broke my leg.
One-legged dance.
One-legged dancer, yeah. But I do love watching dancing. As I said, I went to see Dirty Dancing at the Swan Theatre. So coming back to the type of dancing you're doing, so we talked about popping. What about classical? Do you ever do anything classical, like ballet or, you know, anything?
Do I or do I get the dancers to do
Do you
it?
get the dancers to do it?
Yeah, we've
Film
had
it.
we've had a few ballet and contemporary people come on. So as I said, it's all styles.
It's fantastic.
So can be ballet, contemporary, hip hop, pole dance, dancehall, flamenco, salsa. I don't care. Just come on if you're good, and so any style.
Right.
It doesn't matter.
So if people want to come onto your show, how do they get in touch with you? Do you have a website?
The best way to get in touch with me, you could leave a comment on the YouTube channel, but a better way to get in touch with me is
What is the YouTube channel?
Oh, it's www.youtube.com/talentdancetv14, or just YouTube Talent Dance TV. You'll find it.
That's easier.
Yeah.
So YouTube/Talent Dance TV.
1-4, yeah.
1-4. What's the 1-4? Oh, that's 2014, is it?
No, it's just because I just did it like that. It's just
Oh,
Talent
okay.
Dance TV14.
Right.
It's for the URL.
course.
There's no significant. Well, actually, it's 14 because 14 is my signature number, but yeah, that's a different story.
Your signature number.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's just the number I use for everything on
Is that like numerology or something where you believe that?
No. It's just because I had my first email address at 14, so I just put the 14 at the end, and for all other usernames, I just always add 14. So that's the only reason why. Nothing special, nothing amazing about that number.
Okay.
My signature number.
Just if you just tell us, so basically they can get in touch with you through the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Any other ways?
Facebook me, Stuart Thomas. Instagram Talent Dance TV, or my other Instagram, which you're probably going to laugh at, Flirter Boy.
It's what?
Flirter Boy.
Flirter Boy,
yeah,
okay.
Flirter Boy. So
That's an interesting name.
FLIRTABOY. Or Talent Dance TV, there's the Instagram for that as well.
Oh, Flirta Boy.
Yeah.
Not Flirter Boy.
Yeah, with an A. T-A.
Flirta.
Yeah, Flirter Boy.
Okay.
Yeah, just probably the best way I'd say is the Facebook. Facebook Stuart Thomas Talent Dance TV, and we'll leave a link to that so you can find it. But yeah, they're the best ways. Or my email address, stuartthomas19@hotmail.com.
Okay, well we'll try to put some of the links on there,
Yeah.
so you can actually see them beneath. And
or talentdancetv@gmail.com, but we'll leave the links.
okay. Because again, just to take you back to, you're so passionate about this.
I am
and
indeed.
we can feel it. As you know, Moving On TV is predominantly, we're talking about a Wickham TV station, hopefully. That's how it's kind of going to be.
Hello, my name is Martin Oswald of Martin Oswald Hypnotherapy. I specialise in smoking cessation, weight loss, phobia release, stress management and hypnobirthing. I can do a free assessment via the phone, via Skype or face-to-face at any time. So that's Martin Oswald of Martin Oswald Hypnotherapy. Looking forward to your call now. You can also find me on my Facebook page, which is Martin Oswald Hypnotherapy.
We're back again with Moving On TV and Moving On Talent, and I've got Stuart Thomas here from Talent Dance TV telling me about this exciting channel where you can watch amazing different types of dancers, and Stuart is also looking forward to bringing lots of dancers on board. Okay, so the question I wanted to ask is, do you have to be a really good dancer to be on there, or could it just be someone who wants to have fun?
You have to be able to dance to get on.
Right.
Like, yeah, I am looking for people. I mean, you don't have to be mega famous or anything, but if you think you're good enough to come on, just come on. I do expect a certain level of dance skill, because obviously I don't want to let anyone on who says they can dance and obviously they can't.
It's
but
just going to embarrass them.
yeah, it's just going to embarrass them, because I want to show you at your best. So most people who say they dance can dance, so that's good. So only a few circumstances I would say, sorry, I don't think you're good enough to come on. But yeah, don't let that put you off. Always think positive and think that you're a good dancer. So yeah, so I do expect a level of being able to dance. I'm not saying you have to be the highest level, but I do expect a degree of skill and talent.
Great. So, do you actually hold auditions as such?
No, there's no auditions. Usually they get in contact with me, they show me some of their stuff, and I can judge pretty much well, you know, if they're good or not.
So they send you a video or something?
Yeah, or I find them, or we talk. But as I say, usually if they live in the dance life, they are good enough to come on.
Yeah.
You know, I could tell if someone's just started out. So yeah, but usually, as I was saying, you know, when we talk and find out about them, they're good enough to come on. So yeah.
No, I know where you're coming from. I mean, if you put on talent, usually if people say they can sing, for example, well, not always, but 9 out of 10 times they can actually sing well enough to go on to a program like Moving On Talent. So it's the same with yourself, you know.
Plus I want to show people something to aspire to, so if someone who can't dance comes on, then it's kind of just looking bad on everything. But that's not going to happen.
Sure, because you're not going to put them on.
Yeah.
What if you spot potential in someone? Like, for example, with myself, say if someone sent me a video and you could see the potential was in there, you know, you wouldn't put them on yet. Would you offer them?
No, I've had that. I said
or-
I've said I don't think you should come on yet, but keep training, keep practicing, and then you can come on. Because there are some people who have approached me, and they're actually in other countries at the moment as well. That's another thing I'm trying to get to, working with people in other countries. But I have had circumstances where I've said, I don't think you should come on just yet. I think you should work on developing yourself and become better before you come on.
Great.
You know.
Well, it's good.
But I say,
I was able to signpost them.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I mean, it's not a no. It just means not yet.
Yeah.
You know, develop first. You know, come better. Because that's okay.
No, that's fine. What about ages? What's the youngest, or who's the youngest that you've worked with?
The youngest I've worked with, I think it was a kid called Josh. He goes to a dance. One of the people I've interviewed who's actually a relative, he goes to his dance class. So
Okay.
he said, Stuart, can you record him? And I was like, yeah. So I think he's about 11, I think he's 11.
Right.
But I think he currently is the youngest person. I seen one little girl the other day. I need to find out her contact details from her mother or something, because she was at a dance event, this dance jam. And when she was battling, she was destroying everyone in the battle. Even
that good?
Yeah, even adults.
Wow.
So I was thinking, I really need to get this girl's contact, which I will do soon. So age isn't another thing as well. It's just as long as you're
As
good.
long as you're good.
Yeah, as long as you're
exactly. Well, it's the same with us, isn't it?
Yeah.
With
The only
dance
thing I would
teams.
say is if they are a small child, I'll probably have a parent there
Of
with
course.
interview
Yeah.
them and that. So
That's what I was going to ask as well, is do you have to have a DBS now? Like CRBs, it's now become a DBS, isn't it? It's a
Yeah,
special
some-
checks, but if you're with parents, I
Yeah.
suppose that would be fine.
I mean, I've had checks like that and I've passed them. But,
Sure.
Yeah, I would just make sure the parents there.
Great. Okay, well, we're going to take a break now, and when we come back, I want to talk to Stuart a little bit about High Wycombe and how we might be able to put more of this into High Wycombe. So welcome back again, Stuart.
Hello everyone.
As I say, we're based here in High Wycombe, and I'm very, very interested in how we can actually take what you're doing and make it more available to the High Wycombe public. How would you go about doing something like that?
High Wycombe, I'll be honest with you at the moment, it's very dead for creative stuff. A lot of it has died down.
Ooh.
Yeah, a lot of it, especially the dance
You feel
community and the dance stuff, it's all, I feel that it's gone down. Not really much anything for dance is going on anymore. It's all died down. That's why a lot of my interviews don't actually take place in High Wycombe anymore. A lot of them take place in London, Birmingham, or elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because I just feel High Wycombe, it's gone down. So
why do you think that is? What's missing? Because moving on TV is all about solutions. You know, we don't get stuck in the problem. And so what is London and Bristol and places like Birmingham or wherever you do go
just
to,
the more
what's missing that we can try and bring back into High Wycombe? Because there's a huge amount of talent everywhere, and there is a huge amount of talent in High Wycombe. As we know, there's dance schools, you've got Jackie Palmer, you've got loads of dance schools around here. So the talent is here. So why do you think that something like this hasn't actually taken off as well?
because it's just got more of a thriving community, more
And more of a what?
thriving community.
Thriving, right.
Community of of people getting together and just doing what they love. Like here in High Wycombe, it's just a lot of it because of money as well, the funding to these kind of things where people can learn to do this, and that it's all just ended. I mean, take for me example when we used to go out clubbing to a place called Pure and Obsession out me and a few dancers, and we would always dance there. So now that's closed down. We ain't got a floor to
Is
go
that
out
local?
anymore. Yeah, that was local. It was in the town centre.
Right,
So
and
now-
that's closed down?
Yeah, it's closed down now. So
Right. Well, if Moving On TV were to help you find a space to do this, would you feel that you could actually encourage people around the area to do something like this? Because I want to disagree with you. I believe,
Why is that?
Well, because I believe that, as I say, there's a huge amount of potential in High Wycombe.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got the Wycombe Arts Centre. You've got lots of groups around here that, for some reason, we need to maybe wake them up a little bit. So
No, don't get me wrong. Like there probably is a huge pool of potential and talent. It's just that nothing is being done about it, and
Right.
you know, places to go or just things happening. There's just nothing going on. So there is. I know the talented musicians in High Wycombe and some dancers, but there's nothing for us really as much
Yeah.
anymore.
So you've
So,
tried,
yeah.
have you? Originally, did you try Wycombe, or did you start with London? And
No, I started my interviews in High Wycombe. Yeah.
You started in High Wycombe.
Yeah,
okay.
and then eventually just started branching out, and then
Sure.
went to. Plus, the place I originally used to interview, I can't use there anymore.
What, here in this area?
Yeah, in High Wycombe.
Right.
So had to go elsewhere. But on the other side, I didn't mind it as much because doing that made me explore elsewhere to go. And a lot of my interviews I do actually now outside.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
outside I think is a wonderful place to interview people. So it gives you the nice scenery, nice locations. Yeah.
What,
so,
outside of High Wycombe?
no, just outside in general, like the outdoors.
Yeah.
You know,
Because you have got the beauty of Newenden, of course.
Newenden.
We have got a beautiful Chiltern
If I interview
area.
out there. You know, because I think the first as well I was a bit nervous interviewing outside, but now I'm used to it, so I always love interviewing outside
Yeah.
nowadays.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. So just putting a little bit of a challenge there to Stuart
To me, yeah, I'm ready.
to try and develop something here in this area. But you know, who knows? We hope that Moving On TV is going to develop, and then you know maybe people will come that way through it. Because of course you've got Bucks Uni, you've got lots of things that are based here, where there is natural talent everywhere.
That's another thing I need to actually do. I need to get into contact with Bucks Uni. I always just
Yes.
keep forgetting because I know they have dance programs there, and like, well, they should have dancers there if they've got dance programs. So I need to get into contact with them. It's just that I keep forgetting to.
Right.
Unfortunately, but it will happen one day.
Okay. Well, wonderful, Stuart. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to say while you're on the air? Anything you'd like to say?
Anything
to the
else I've got
public?
important to say?
Apart from sponsorship, and you're looking for dancers, and hopefully here in this area, which would be really nice.
I would just say, if you're thinking of doing anything positive or any projects you're thinking of doing, just go out there and do it. You know, don't wait for someone to come tell you. Just go out there, put your effort into it, just do it. There's no harm in starting. If it fails, it fails. But you know, the biggest thing you have to do to fail is to not try at all.
Exactly.
So just make sure you go out and do that. Dancers, you know, just keep sharing the passion of dance. Keep working on improving yourself as a dancer, and you know, always try and come the best you can do. But dancers, remember, it's all about a community, so don't think that you know you are better or you deserve it more and the other dancers don't. Because I have had that before. So one incident where somebody who just wanted to become famous and didn't care about anyone else. Okay,
Right.
So don't be that guy, don't be that dancer.
No, so it's all about joining. It's
Yeah.
a community thing.
I mean, if you want to become a famous
No
dancer,
egos.
yeah. If you want to become a famous dancer, then by all means do it, but don't think you deserve it more than anyone else, and disrespect anyone else, and don't care about anyone else. Yeah.
Well, just very quickly, just to end, did you train with your dancing, or you just do it naturally?
No, naturally. Self-taught.
Totally naturally.
Self-taught,
totally
freestyle. I have had breaking lessons. I did learn breaking, but mainly I'm self-taught. So yeah.
Right.
And obviously, please check out channel Talent Dance TV. If you think you're skilled enough to come on, then just message me. Don't be shy. I'm not gonna bite you. I'm not gonna harm you. If you try, message me. So just message me, and then we can collaborate. Obviously,
He definitely is fine. He doesn't bite.
yeah. Like, I don't bite. I'm a friendly guy. check out what Lauren's doing, moving on TV, and you know, also contact Lauren so you can try and collaborate with her as well. If you're doing anything with me, it's like mainly dance and musicians, but Lauren, I think it's just everything.
Lots of other stuff.
Yeah, magicians, musicians.
For Moving On TV Talent, we're looking for everything. Magicians, musicians, singers, dancers, directors, whatever talent is, you know. This is particularly on the stage, talent on the stage. So yeah, Moving On Talent is particularly about that. So thank you so much, Stuart. It's been a pleasure interviewing you. It's just so great to have people with that kind of passion that matches my passion. just one,
Thanks for inviting me on.
You're welcome. Just one last question. You see, I don't believe that everyone can sing, because people do say you can teach anyone to sing. You could probably teach them to sing, but not in tune, you know, not everyone would be able to. And if you don't have a sense of rhythm, because some people don't have a sense of rhythm. I used to have an aunt, and my aunt, and she used to sing so out of tune, and the poor woman didn't know that she was doing it. So
she can sing then, just not very good.
Totally out of tune. It was so bad, you know. But what I'm going to ask you is, can you teach anyone to dance? Or again, if they don't have rhythm, I mean, dancing, a lot of dancing is rhythm, isn't it? If you don't have rhythm, then you're not going to be able to dance.
Well, that's the main thing as a dancer, to have. If you can't get the rhythm down, then then you can't dance. But can anyone learn to dance? I would say it's a tricky one. Some people are born naturally to dance, and some people can learn it through learning. It's a tough question to answer. That can anyone learn to dance? I would like to say yes, but if I'm honest, I'm totally not sure. But try it anyway and see.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, the way I see it, you know, is I'm not an athlete. I'll never be an athlete. I'll never be able to do...
Sure. You might be entering the next Olympics. When's the next Olympics? Is it in Russia?
Not in this lifetime. And I never, you know, I can't do all those twirls. I couldn't even do, what do you call it? Okay, cuts. What do you call it?
Roly-poly?
Yeah, you know, when you sort of do a tumble. Right, back again. I was just saying that I'm not an athlete. I'll never be an athlete. In school, whenever we had sports programs, I used to run away. You know, I was always never well in those days. I couldn't even do a tumble, but I can sing. I can sing, you know. And so, to me, certain people can do certain things, and certain people can do other things. So, I agree with you. I don't think you can teach everyone how to dance the same way as I don't think you can teach everyone to sing. Maybe they could sing in the bath or just enjoy themselves, and ideally very quietly. Because dancing again is a way of expressing yourself. Again, you have things like biodancer. You have a lot of free-range dancing nowadays, where people use their emotions and they use dance just to be able to get into the spirit and stuff.
Dance is a form of expression, so. Your dance is just a form of expression, so most dance you can dance are interested in dancing, so it's probably that interest that makes them a good dancer.
But to me, when you're watching incredible dancing, I was watching a film called Centre Stage last night. Oh, it was just mind-blowing. And I went to see Dirty Dancing as well at the Swan the other day, and they're like elastic. I mean, their bodies, it's like every muscle moves on its own. It's so beautiful to watch. It's such a gorgeous art to watch. So, and it's very easy to spot a good dancer when someone's really good, because they have a flow. It's the same with singing. It's the same with everything. They move in such a flow, don't they? So you can spot an amateur, so to speak, and someone who's actually, well, you don't have to say professional or amateur, because just because a professional is usually someone that earns money. But I don't mean that. I'm talking more about a raw talent.
Yeah, clearly.
You can see, it's so fluid and beautiful the way they move, don't they? And the whole, you know, Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. I remember my teacher, my singing teacher, used to say to me, if you watch Fred Astaire dance, he would move a hand and then he would look at it, and then he'd move another hand, he'd look at it, and everything. It's like a whole theory. It's like he's got everything figured out. This is here, this is there. You know what I mean? And that to me was really interesting. But anyway, lovely speaking to you, Stuart.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You go out there and you conquer the world and give people the opportunity to do what they love.
I will try my best.
Same as we are. It would be also nice to get... Have you got any plans to bring on someone famous or like a celebrity?
Of course.
To boost... You're not going to tell us who?
Whatever famous celeb that can dance, if you want to come on.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll still get the same treatment as everyone else do.
Great,
but
great.
Yeah, obviously I want to expand it, so we'll see in future who recognisable names that will come on.
That'd be good, that'd be good. And also you're not competing. That's the beautiful thing. You're not actually getting your dancers to compete with one another. Everyone is doing what they can within their...
Yeah. Well, I will when I do obviously a battle series.
Oh yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, they compete then, but that's the nature of the sport for that. So yeah.
But you could definitely do one of those in the centre of High Wycombe. That would be, you get everyone cheering them on, and I'd film it.
We will see where it ends up being filmed.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens, but again, to get in touch with Stuart, you can go onto his YouTube channel, Talent Dance TV, and basically we'll put some of the links underneath. And if you want to come on and talk about your talents here on Moving On Talent, please contact me at Moving On TV. As you know, we're looking for sponsors. Anyone who wants to sponsor us, please get in touch with me. Lauren with an E at movingontv.uk. Obviously that is the same address for everyone. If you want to come on to Moving On Talent, just put Moving On Talent in there. So it's lovely to have interviewed.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you so much. And thank you for watching Moving On Talent. Take care. Namaste.
The thoughts I have of you, you're always on my mind, circling. You're always on my mind, circling round my brain. It happens all the time. I close my eyes and a vision will appear. Wish that you were next to me, but you're not.